top again, I would be lay the crown, but count us higher than a mountain. And we be up here for the long run, strap in for a long one. We got everybody on one. Now you coming at the king, so you better not miss. And we only get stronger with everything I carry up on my back. You should paint it up with a target. Why would you dare me to do it again? Come get your spoiler, but we're taking over. We're taking over. Hey, look at you loving my name. You ought to know by now that we're taking over. We're taking over. Hey, maybe you wonder what your future's gonna be, but I got it all locked up. Take a lap now, don't be mad now. Run it back, run it back. I got bodies lining up, think you're dreaming of greatness. Send you back home, let you wake up. Why would you dare me to do it again? Come and get your spoiler up ahead. We're taking over. We're taking over. Hey, look at you loving my name. You ought to know by now that we're taking over. We're taking over. Hey, maybe you wonder what your future's gonna be, but I got it all locked up. 在以后，除了是傻子，还有其他吗？我左右，键盘琵琶在时间滴答着，还不够。你的固执让我来守候，哪怕太迟也不想以后。就在这时放肆的打斗。I got the heart of a lion, I know the heart of you.
Welcome everybody to our semifinals game of U of A versus the University of Waterloo B team. I'm Adam. I'll be your play-by-play caster, joined by Jackie, my caller.
Hello,
How are you
everyone.
doing today?
I'm doing good. I only just woke up like 30 minutes ago. I actually got out of bed 30 minutes ago. But this is gonna be a pretty exciting game, hopefully.
Yeah.
And it'll
Yeah.
get me awake.
Hopefully. I mean, I just hopped out of a TFT game not too long ago, and it looks like bans and picks are going through. Yone Victor Seraphine taken away by the University of Alberta, and Tristana Thresh Bear taken away by Waterloo. I mean, the University of Waterloo has a Grandmaster Seraphine main as their ADC, so they probably got quite the practice on the champion. University taking it away to maybe be a little bit more safe here. And then Jinx, Udyr picked up for U of A, Hecarim, Karma for Waterloo.
It is gonna be quite exciting to see here because this will be the highest elo team that the U of A has faced so far in CSL. The bans coming out from U of A are very default bans. They have almost banned Seraphine every game that they have played on blue side or even red side. I think like U of A has like a 95% or 90% Seraphine ban rate.
Yeah,
It'll be interesting to see what the other picks are.
Yeah, I'm surprised they still haven't picked up a champion yet. It's a pretty strong champion if you ask me. So, but I guess they want to steer away from it, not play with it or against it. So they have their own drafts in mind as they pick these aggressive drafts. You see the Udyr, you see the Leona, champions that want to run straight into the enemy team and take them head on. Just the enemy team has the Alistar, the Karma to maybe kite back, but also go in. I mean, Alistar has good peel and good engage. Hecarim can do the same as well with his ultimate ability. We'll have to see what happens in here in the second ban phase. Any predicted bans from the side of University of Alberta?
Since top and mid are left open right now, and top is their master player, if I remember correctly,
That is correct.
I will be predicting 2 top bans. That Akali, I think, is going towards the mid.
I mean, Akali a decent flex top or mid. I believe their top laner plays it, and I don't know if their mid laner plays it, but it looks like he plays a lot of Yone. It's a lot of Yone and a lot of Victor. So the Victor was taken out first phase, and it looks like Yone might be taken out here. unless
Yone
the
was
University
taken
of
out
Alberta-
first phase already by the.
Oh, it was. All right, yeah. So we'll see what they end up banning. Another top laner, maybe it's Aatrox as well, a champion that Inexhaustive, the Waterloo top laner, plays quite a bit of for Vladimir Camille. We'll have to see what comes out here. See what Rizzy one's comfortable playing into, and he bans away the Fiora. Jeez, they might look for something like an Ornn top, and then a more heavy with an Ornn top, you're gonna need a heavy AP damage mid laner. Maybe the I guess Orianna's taken away.
Both teams are
Well, I
looking
guess-
to ban out the Bruiser top laner, so I'm guessing both teams will lean towards a safer tank top, something that will be heavy engage.
Yeah, I think Kaisa picked up by Waterloo. I mean, Jinx is quite a squishy target that Kaisa could jump on, but she might struggle into the Udyr and the Leona if she's not able to have them peeled off her. So we'll just see what University of Alberta has to pick up as an answer. I think Ornn's still looking like a good pick. Poppy also pretty good. Denies the Hecarim, denies the Alistar, and the Kaisa. Pretty strong champion here. And then the University of Alberta looking to pick up a mid laner.
The Karma seems to be going top here
Oh, it might be.
from the Waterloo team.
It could be a Karma top. It would be I mean, Karma, a really good early pick, can be flexed top, mid support, or even ADC with another Enchanter support. I mean, Karma does a lot well. Probably the Moonstone picked up as well, being able to just heal her team, heal her big damage dealers, and then Silas looks like to be picked up by the University of Alberta.
With the Poppy lock here from U of A, I'm predicting that they will send the Karma to top lane, since Karma is like just the harasser of tanks in the top lane right now, in the top meta.
Yeah, and or maybe not. Oh, actually, yeah, no, it would have to be Vladimir in the. Yeah, so I guess so. We're looking Karma top, Vladimir mid, and with the Silas picked up here, I just want to talk about that. The Silas has quite a few good ultimates. Hecarim's devastating charge, the Alistar, I think it's unbreakable. Kaisa's killer instinct, Vladimir's pool. I mean, they're not bad abilities to steal. And I mean, I personally am a big fan of Silas stealing Alistar ulti. I think the tankiness he gives him just lets him heal up so much in a fight with his W.
Both teams are ready to go and locked in, so we'll be switching over to our client shortly.
So, I guess I just want to ask, which team do you think has the upper edge here?
In terms of draft, U of Waterloo does have an edge in most of the lanes,
Yeah, and I mean, I think
especially
they also.
around top and mid.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Vladimir should maybe not lose to the Silas particularly, but shouldn't do too bad. I mean, he should be able to sit back, heal, and just chill in lane, farm up to his first, second item, and then go off from there. And then, whereas Silas, the U of A team I think they might need to just pick up some early kills in order to match University of Waterloo, because they have the Karma, they have the Kaisa, they have the Vladimir, they have a lot of good scaling on their side. Whereas the U of A really only has the Jinx and the Silas. I'm thinking the U of A may also lack, I want to say they might lack a bit of damage, but Waterloo is quite squishy. I would like to see, I don't know if the University of Alberta has a carrier, but the Serpent's Fang pickup for just some AD champion on their team, so that they can deny the shielding from Kaisa from Karma.
We'll see where the Karma goes here, or the Vladimir in the top lane. It'll be Vladimir top actually, and it'll be Karma mid.
Alright, well, I mean, it should be about the same. Rizzy 1 should do a little bit better into the Vladimir as the Poppy. I feel like it doesn't... Vladimir has quite long cooldowns early game, and so the Poppy can get some good trades in. Although Vladimir, if spaced well, Vladimir should be able to stay away from the Poppy. To maybe lose a little bit of CS, but just stay alive. And I think this game, the junglers are really going to be the junglers and the supports, I think, are going to be the big deciding factor. I think top and mid, there's not too much solo kill potential. So we're just gonna have to see where these junglers, what they decide to do with their pathing.
Definitely. There's going to be a lot of early skirmishes all across the map, especially from Udyr and Hecarim as the two junglers from both teams.
Yeah, and knowing Matthew, the U of A support, he's gonna be roaming the entire game. He walks out of lane, he goes to get some aggressive wards in the enemy jungler, or in the enemy jungle, and just tends to walk mid, walk top when he needs to be. He can also do the job that the jungler needs to, so Woshi Garvin has a little less weight taken off his shoulders. I could probably say the same about the enemy Alistar. Another good roaming champion. Pick up the Mobies, the Hex Flash, and the Phase Rush, and he'll also be running around the map.
Yeah, well, this will definitely be a very bloody game. I have a feeling about that. But we shall see. U of Waterloo was actually the team that took out U of A in the previous year's CSL in the quarterfinals, I believe. So this is kind of like a revenge map or revenge match for the U of A.
It looks like the U of A is coming in and trying to get their revenge this on the Waterloo team. They come back bigger, they come back stronger, they come back in the semifinals and they're playing. They want to fight for that second spot for the finals position. But we'll just have to see. We'll be right back in about 3 minutes when we hop into game 1.
I'm gonna go pick up my food. Be right back.
Moving too fast, life moving in slow-mo. I'm a god, but I actually don't know. I mean, better put your pride aside. I'm a Benz, get more like a Volvo. Your best stuff looks like my words. Synapses, fire, and burst. Got the whole crew with me, about to do damage. You know we ain't average. I ain't gonna say this again, but it's in my time. Better look in my eyes. I'm a genius in the skies with my heart on my sleeve. You force you a block to a king in his prime. Everybody got a line. Sit back with the stars in line. I finesse like my life on the 9 was a diamond in the rough, and now I shine.
No one could stop us, they'll try, but they won't. Nada nos puede parar. Oh no, we're wide awake now. Our eyes are wide open. We're running this world. We're keeping it turning. We're living like giants. Yeah, giants. We're bigger than giants. We're giants. Oh, sleeping giants. Sleeping giants. Yeah. Shutting it down. Been in the ground and my people all up in this place. Spinning this thing. Go to my rank. Royalty up in my veins. I'm no gold, think I'm so cold. I say something, ain't no going back. Now they ask where Kiki's at. I'm like, you can't hang with that. 쏟아져 빛이 멀게 된 눈이 멈추지 않아. Once we go, 내게 넣은 날로 모든 뼈 빨리 달려. 넌 못 따라와. True damage we do it. True damage 보여줄게. 뭐든 쉽게. 이기든 지든 my crew make the beat. No one could stop us. They'll try, but they won't. Nada nos puede parar. Oh no. We're wide awake now. Our eyes are wide open. We're running this world. We're keeping it turning. We're living like giants. Yeah, giants. We're bigger than giants. We're giants. It's not the way we're weak, but we coming right back. This time you're gonna see how we do it like that. We're living like giants. Yeah, giants. We're bigger than giants. We're giants. Oh, sleeping giants. Sleeping giants.
I keep on shattering time. I might just leave you behind. Homie, you stuck on rewind. You just quit sleeping on mine. You got your back on reclined. When I damage your delicate spine, please don't act out, shy and surprised. They be like, what you mean? What is your winning scheme? I got a giant team. Biggest my self-esteem. Run it back, man. They think they go hard, I'm like, come again. You run out of time and I'm busting in. While you stumbling, I got this blade in my hand for your punishment.
We're wide awake now. Our eyes are wide open. We're running this world. We're keeping it turning. We're living like giants. Yeah, giants. We're bigger than giants. We're giants. It's not the way we're weak, but we coming right back. This time you're gonna see how we do it like that. We're living like giants. Yeah, giants. We're bigger than giants. We're giants. Oh, sleeping twist of the knife, a turn of the screws, it's all in your mind, and it's fighting you on yourself. The storm is coming. Wow, kid, what you gonna do now? It's your reflection looking back to pull you down. So are you gonna die today or make it out alive? You gotta conquer the monster in your head and then you'll fly, fly, Phoenix fly. It's time for a new empire. Go bury your demons, then tear down the ceiling, Phoenix fly. And now you're playing with matches, come out of the ashes underneath you. A million voices in the crowd, they're screaming, stop now. Well, let them swallow the pride, you're turning the tide to true believers. Got them in the palm of your hand, you're playing God now. What you gonna do now? It's your reflection looking back to pull you down. So are you gonna die today or make it out alive? You gotta conquer the monster in your head and then you'll fly, fly, Phoenix fly. It's time for a new empire. Go bury your demons, then tear down the ceiling, Phoenix fly.
Alright, welcome back everybody. We're in here for game 1 of the series of U of A versus University of Waterloo. Alright, so we start off, no, I don't think there's anything interesting about the items or the runes. I think these are pretty standard.
We see a level 1 invade coming in from top side from the U of A. Sitting
Yeah, they
in
might
pit, so
look-
they might be able to find the Hecarim.
30 seconds.
The Hecarim
No,
spots
Hecarim
them
is-
before they're able to get far enough.
Yeah, Hecarim's gonna stand a little bit back, put drop a ward on his red buff, and probably just look to reset, maybe pick up his red trinket. Unless he wants to stay, maybe, I guess, scared that the U of A might commit to the red buff. Looks like Hecarim will be starting Raptors? Yeah, unless he opts into walking down, I think he's gonna start Raptors. The U of A looking to start bot side Wishy Garvin on the Udyr starting red.
Hecarim should be able to solo clear, starting from Raptors to red, and then down to blue. So we'll see possibly an early fight coming in from the Hecarim, or early game coming in from the Hecarim to the bot side. While
looks
from the
awesome.
side of U of A, Garvin will be passing up into the top side. So there will be skirmishes across the map.
Yeah, looks like Garvin looking topside. However, I don't know how much kill potential there's on the Vladimir, to be fair, unless the pool comes out. Unless Rizzy1 manages to blend, not bad, sorry, what is it, burn in Exhaustive's pool, and able to walk up. However, the Hecarim should be able to walk in bot side, maybe get an early kill on Eddie or Matthew if they walk up a little bit too far in this lane. Well, I guess we'll just have to see a little bit of trading, a little bit of skirmishes coming on in this early game. Nothing too crazy gonna happen.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. This might be a farm fest for the first couple of minutes here.
At
I guess let's
games
just
this
talk-
high of a kind of level, or like a semi-professional level coming from collegiate esports, both teams won't just be rushing in their like ranked games trying to murder each other. They'll start to feel each other out first, and then possibly change their plans or change their way of attack according to that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it probably is the smarter way to play. Ain't gonna doubt that. However, Vladimir a little bit low in the top lane. Looks
He
like
does get poked down quite a bit from Rizzy1.
Yeah, I guess the passive by Poppy, and he's got to be a little bit careful here because Rizzy1, I mean, has quite a bit of damage with that burst combo. Okay, looks like Rizzy1 is just gonna look to push this tower or push the wave into his tower. Maybe look for either a reset here or just some deep vision in the enemy jungle.
I'm pretty sure
Unless-
the U of A knew that the Hecarim started topside. So
Unless
they can see
Garvin
that
looking
Rizzy
to
Wan
dive
can
top.
play really aggressive here.
Looking
There's a
right
dive
in
coming in the
exhaust.
flash.
Looks like Inexhaust is gonna be pulled up. He's gonna be stuck. The pool's gone. Rizzy Wan's gonna be set up against the towers. Smack him a little bit, and there he goes. And Inexhaust brings his
First
flash.
blood.
First
goes
blood
to
over,
U of A.
over to the side of U of A.
Wow.
Really well played by U of A. Not letting the pool go off early, so they had, although they did burn both flashes, but I mean they got the kill in the end, so it's really good on their part.
Vladimir blows a flash there that he really shouldn't have. He knew he was dead in that situation.
Yeah, I mean he probably should have been able to he should have just taken the death not flash and then just TP'd back to lane and farmed it out, but
And now he's down both summoner spells.
yeah, now he's got to be really scared of the Udyr. Yeah, Udyr walking top, he's not going to be able to outrun the Udyr without a sum, or if he's not able to proc the phase rush early enough, and he's probably going to be in kill range for quite a while, especially when Rizzy Wan hits 6. He's going to knock him up in the air to set up the Udyr bear stance stun, and from there it should be an easy kill.
I don't expect a dragon this early, but if a dragon fight were to happen, Rizzy Wan does have the TP advantage over an exhaustive.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the U of A does have priority in the bot lane, and it looks like Woshi Garvin's pinging towards the dragon. However, I think he sees the scuttle and might just opt into playing a little bit safer, looking to just farm up in his jungle, and just try to outscale, or not outscale necessarily, but just get those item spikes on the Udyr. Because once he gets chem tank, he becomes so much stronger. You can't really outrun him. He just runs straight at you, and you're gonna get stunned, and you're gonna get hit up with the Phoenix stance. The Phoenix stance does quite a bit of damage in the early game. Woshi Garvin looking bot. Looks like a dive, or not a dive, but a gank might come in here. Matthew playing a little bit safe. Woshi Garvin looking for the right timing, and there they go, right onto Kalimkoi. Kalimkoi has to burn the cleanse immediately. Alistar with the knock away. However, they're gonna
Hecarim is coming in from the lane.
Woshi Garvin able to keep Legends away, a heal and a flash burn for the side of U of A, but on the side of Waterloo, Ghost, Ignite, and Cleansed all burn. And they're going right back in. Matthew right onto
engaged
Zended.
from
However,
Matthew.
Matthew's gonna die. Oh, unless he
Caleb
does
is
nice
chasing
for
Matthew.
on
The
the
TP is
1
coming in.
shielded Daybreak. Eddie going straight
the
onto
TP
Zended.
from the
Zended
Karma.
lived! And Karma's able to TP in. Karma's gonna keep
And that will be a free kill on Eddie.
alive. Yeah, and there he goes. 2 for 0 for the side of Waterloo in the bot lane. U of A's playing a little bit too aggressive there. Woshi Garvin able to pick up the dragon out of it. Not the worst, but I mean...
Wait, there was a
not
solo kill in the
too
top
bad.
lane.
Oh.
Poppy
there
is
was.
2-0.
Yeah, I guess Poppy killed Vlad again. Well, I mean, that's good for Rizzy Wan. However, because of that, I guess, mistake on the side of U of A, Kai'Sa's going to be able to set up a permafreeze under a tower. Unless she opts into pushing in here, but I don't think she should. Should be good enough to know that if she just leaves the lane state like that, it will push back into her. And she will be able to just pick up the farm.
When that fight was going on, Garvin was doing the dragon, and we can see that U of A has picked up the first Ocean Drake.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Garvin probably had an idea that the U of A could not win that fight, and so he opted into that. I mean, I guess good for him. They were able to pick up the dragon. However, at the expense of 2 kills, so was it really worth it?
It was very unfortunate that both of the kills got put onto the Kai'Sa, which is possibly the biggest threat in this game to the U of A.
Yeah, and in the mid lane, a little bit trading by Hong Kong player onto Turret Tickler. That's an interesting name. I'd say so, but yeah, I mean, both kills being picked up by Kai'Sa, not really good for the side of U of A. That Kai'Sa's gonna spike a lot harder on her first item than Jinx does. Jinx does need the second, need the third item to start doing real damage in the fights. Whereas Kai'Sa with one item and some engage, she can ult right in using her Killer Instinct and maybe pick off one of their squishies. Rizzy Wan really pushing Inexhaustive out of the top lane though.
At this state of the game right now, if U of A
Oh,
is
and the
able
color.
to...
Zended going right onto Eddie, Killer Instinct right onto him, and he's gone. Jinx can't do much. However, Hong Kong player is able to come. He TP's in.
Burns the
With
Kai'Sa flash.
Kai'Sa flash is gone. However, Legends was bought. The Kai'Sa flash probably didn't need to go out there, as probably just a little safety play by Callum. Maybe is maybe a little bit scared that Udyr might be bot lane. However, Udyr is on the Rift Herald instead.
And now
Garvin
Kai'Sa's
has
3-0.
yeah, and Garvin has just decided to sack his I guess not sack his lanes, but just play a little bit less on the ganking side and more on the objectives. And I mean, he's picked up the dragon. He's gonna pick up this first Rift Herald. And you just gotta ask yourself, where do you think he's gonna put this Herald? He's going top, going mid, or going bot lane. All turrets at 5 plates, so not really threat of taking a first tower.
Since Garvin will realize that the U of A is behind right now, he will likely put it in one of his solo laners, either mid or top, to give them the extra gold advantage against their opponent.
Yeah, and I mean, probably is the right play. I mean, dropping it mid, maybe getting Silas towards his lost chapter would be the play. However, Legends coming in bot lane straight onto Eddie. Eddie just cannot move. Devastating charge and Onslaught of Shadows is it's too much for him to deal with, and he's gone again. Eddie 0-3, not having a great time as Legends continues to camp bot lane.
This bot lane is being punished hard right now.
Yeah, I mean, and even in the top lane, although Rizzy wants up 2 kills, he's really not up in farm. At least very much. He's up about 10 CS, but I mean, a wave, these 2 waves crashing in, Inexhaustive will be able to catch up. Inexhaustive using the ulti probably for some wave clear and a little bit of healing. Opting into just playing it a little bit safe. Yeah, you can barely see the Hemo Plague by Vlad with that skin though. Kind of annoying, not gonna lie, but I mean, what can you do about it?
A pay-to-win skin.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. I mean, oh, basically one going back up to Inexhausted. I mean, there's no way the Vladimir dies here though. He's just gonna be able to walk it out with Phase Rush and
We can see Garvin passing up top though. They might be setting up for a dive here.
maybe. They should know Inexhaustive's flashes back up as both Rizwan and Woshi Garvin's flashes are both back up as well. I wonder if Rizwan can burn the pool here. Woshi Garvin gonna flash stun again. However, he goes into the pool early this time. Oh no, Rizwan does not get the stun onto him. Inexhaustive flashes out and he manages to live. Chaining fast for flash. Woshi Garvin for Inexhaustive. And I'd have to say that was pretty well played by Vlad. Getting the pool off early this time. Oh, Hong Kong player has to ult away from the Alistar, scared that someone else is there in the mid lane to pick him off. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Kai'Sa is alone. The U of A is aware of that. They might be able to look for a dive. However, it looks like they're going to be able to cut off the Alistar instead. Or maybe the Alistar cuts them off. Oh, Alistar's just going to pick up the ward in the Tribush and walk it out.
At the rate that this game is going right now, there still is very much like to be contended across the map. All of the kills from the U of Waterloo is focused on the Kai'Sa, and all of the kills from U of A is focused on the Poppy. So we still need to see where the other kills are being picked up across the map.
Yeah, the University of Waterloo picking up the second dragon. And, I mean, you can put as many kills on a Poppy as you want, but Poppy is a tank. I mean, sure, she does a decent amount of damage with her base levels. However, if the Kite's just able to kite out the Poppy, the Poppy won't be able to do much. Looks like a million Mia pings on the map. Looks like Woshi Garvin's looking around that top side again. Maybe looking to deny the jungle, or even just dive Vlad here.
You might be looking for another dive to the top.
Yeah, but Zenden, the Alistar is walking up as well. Alistar and Hecarim, both Zenden and Legends, looking to
But we can see Matthew here as well, preparing for.
Yeah, and right up in Exhaustive they go. He's not able
coming
to move.
from the turret tickler.
The pool comes out a little bit too late. However, it is enough to save him, as Rizwan is the first one to drop instead. Zen picking up the kill. Woshi Garvin able to get the kill on Inexhaustive, as Legends get the return kill, and Matthew's left to die by his team. However, it looks like the TP was cancelled. Look at the mid lane. Karma's sitting on 1 HP. Hong Kong player was able to cancel the TP. However, guess he'll just trade his life for it.
Oh no,
Kind of, that
this
was
is very bad
unfortunate.
for the U.
Very unfortunate for the side of the University of Alberta. I mean, I guess Callum Coy was hovering around mid instead of the bot lane, and Hong Kong player didn't know it, so in return he traded his life for that to CP cancel. It didn't even matter. University of Alberta still all died in the top lane. Exhaustive was able to get the pool out though, which was I think the big thing there. Matthew maybe a little bit late on the Zenith blade, or he's just a little bit too far to get that stun lock. So the University of Waterloo will come out of that fight but almost 3k gold ahead, 8-3 for them. 1-1 Dragons though. Was the Rift Herald ever popped? I don't think it was.
I don't think so.
So I guess that's also just a Rift Herald wasted by the side of University of Alberta. Which, again, like they cannot afford to fall behind in gold like this. The enemy team, I'm pretty sure, has better scaling. So with the Vlad, with the Kaisa, both champions that can, especially Vlad. Vlad can answer this Poppy come late game and is just able to burst squishies comes that second item. Basically, I'm pushing him out of lane, but it's not gonna do too much. As he's
They're just
trading
trading
almost
in top
evenly.
lane.
Yeah, and I mean,
Very
like,
good.
they can trade all they want, but I mean, you're not gonna kill that Vlad at this point, unless you have your jungler come top again. Vlad is gonna be able to pull and walk out, and then just heal it all the way back up. Crazy one, dinging 11, may be able to 100 the 0 to Vladimir, and I think that's what he might be looking for, but instead he crashes the waves and looks to reset. Matthew using the solar flare to stop the back. I mean,
Just to delay.
pretty good here. Yeah, it delays the back, and it keeps somewhat of a freeze in the bot lane. Is Matthew gonna? He stops the Kaisa back again. Kaisa is stuck bot lane, not able to get the reset off.
Legends
Which
is heading
means
bot
that-
though.
Yeah, Legends heading bot. I think they're just looking to break this freeze, and but I mean that means for now until Kaisa backs, Eddie and Kaisa are on even gold, in items.
You can see the pings coming out from U of A to retreat here. A TP is coming
he's
in
gonna-
from Rizzy1. Or maybe Hong Kong. Oh, both TPs
No,
actually.
both TPs are coming in. Looks like they're gonna look to chase this. I'm not sure how fast they are. They use both TPs, and it looks like they're just not gonna be able to get anything out of it. I guess they pick up the Rift Herald, but they lose a lot of gold top lane. The TP is just to, I guess, make it so the enemy can't really go in. However, there's 4 people from the side of Waterloo on the bot lane here versus 2 from U of A as their team is left. Matthew getting jumped on by the devastating charge. Zendan just going straight on
both of them.
Jinx. Yeah, and Jinx just goes down immediately, and Matthew will follow soon after. 0-7 bot lane for the side of U of A versus 6-0 from the side of Waterloo. Like, this is not the way University of Alberta wanted this game to go. Riptail just dropped top lane. I mean, I guess they might pick up first tower here. Unless, oh no, it was just taking bot lane, so they won't even get first tower. Instead, they'll get one hit, maybe a second hit on that next tower. However, if Vladimir plays it safe and just sits under this tier 2 and farms, he should not be able to get dove anymore. He's really safe behind that tier 2, as the enemy has to walk up through the entire jungle, and the mid rotates will be a lot faster. So the University of Alberta it's not looking too great for them in this state.
Going into the next game, the U of A does really need to.
Oh, devastating charge run up to Honka player. Honka player has Onslaught of Shadows, but it's not enough to keep him out, and he manages to be taken down by Waterloo. He's not able to live. A Zendan on behind, locking him up. Will an exclusive stock the Udyr back? No, he will not. And
Second
with that being
dragon
Dragon
going
going over. Yeah, this is a Mountain Drake. I mean, this is a... I mean, the University of Alberta can't really afford to build the, like, armor pen or MR pen. So, it looks like, I mean, the Mountain Drakes are going to be huge here, and if either team is able to pick up the Mountain Soul, it probably will be the win con for them, especially for the side of, Waterloo.
Going into the next game, the U of A really needs to rethink their strategy. This game, unfortunately, I feel like the first kill from Poppy was unfortunate for the U of A actually, because they decided to pull all the resources into the top side to kind of try to get that lane ahead, but it's a Poppy. You can't really like do that. You just kind of leave her to be. The U of A win con in this game was to focus around the bot side to get their Silas and Jinx just ahead, but now they can't do that anymore. So this might be a go next for the U of A. Try to ring.
I mean, Moshi Garvin started at bot side. He probably wasn't able to pass bot. However, Zendan being jumped on by Matthew. Matthew's probably a little bit too aggressive there with the Zenith, but he's gonna have to flash out. Onslaught Shadow's gonna come in right onto Eddie. Eddie's able to make it on a tower, but it doesn't matter. His Killer Instinct jumps right onto him. The Alistar knocks up and kills it and stuns up Eddie, and I guess
That's a
Kai's able to do a
3
triple kill there.
0 again for you of Waterloo.
Yeah, and I mean the University of Waterloo's comp just like there's not much the University of Alberta can do without the Poppy there. Poppy ults away the Kaiser from the tower, but I mean, what can Rizzy1 really do here? I mean, this tower will drop if the enemy team wants it to, unless, however, Honka player is here. He may be able to defend it, but in the top lane, Exclusive is just free farming. He's gonna be able to catch up in gold to Rizzy1. Because I mean, Rizzy1, sure, he does have 2 kills, but he is down 16, almost 20 CS with this wave coming in. And only 400 gold up. Well, however, Rizzy1 wants to jump right onto Callum. Callum is going to have to burn the flash. Honka player decides not to use his chains to follow up. And we'll be able to burn the Kai'Sa flash.
I feel like the only way that the U of A can actually come back from this game right now is just to kill that Kai'Sa and Hecarim. Try to find a pick, but this Kai'Sa's positioning so well that she isn't allowing anyone to do that.
Yeah,
sure, the
I mean,
times that she makes the mistake, she has her flash up. But then other than that, she isn't really allowing U of A to punish her.
Yeah, I mean, no, I agree. And Hecarim is just probably too tanky to be dealt with at this point. I mean, the Jinx is not going to come online for a while. And without your Jinx, you're really lacking damage in these fights. Silas does get bursted. He is able to steal the Alistar ulti in the fight. And is able to tank up a bit. However, with that, he trades the value he would get from the fear from Hecarim as the engager, or I guess the healing coming in from Vladimir's ultimate. So I guess it will look like the University are gonna have to look for a pick here, and Callum might be the one. However, the
ward and
does
gets
not
spotted
hit
by
on Callum. However, instead, Alistar knocks back Wushy Guard and Wushy. Honka player looking straight onto Callum. Callum still has cleanse though. He's able to kite back, fight back. And Vladimir flashing in, getting the ulti onto 1, and the 1 is enough, and Silas drops. Killeristic right onto the middle. Eddie just not able to tank, he has to run right into the Karma. The Karma's able to block her off. Triple kill for an Exclusive, another kill for Kai'Sa. 4 for 1 for the side of U of A, and the one that dropped was the Alistar. It was the enemy team support, it wasn't a carries, and that's gonna be Baron going over the side of Waterloo. This is unfortunate. I don't think the University of Alberta has a way back into this game.
Yeah, I think
Waterloo
it's just over at this point. If I was the U of A, I would just be thinking with my team, what should we do for the next game? What should our bans be for the next game? Because
Yeah,
this game
and I mean,
is just clearly over.
yeah. I mean, when you take Udyr, I feel like Hecarim just does Udyr's job better. Udyr, I think, is kind of an over-prioritized champion, where if he doesn't really get ahead early game, he starts to fall off in the late game. Whereas Hecarim still has the ultimate ability to jump right onto the backline and keep him CC'd up, and do quite a bit of damage as well onto the enemy ADC, as his base damage numbers are kind of high. However, Rizzy1 looking on an exhaustive here. Exhaustive, he's gonna get the pool off. However, does he live? Is he able to run away? He is. He's just able to run out. Rizzy1 slowed up too much, and he can keep chasing, but I think Rizzy1 might die if he continues to chase, and so he has to end up backing off instead. And if Rizzy1 cannot kill the enemy, Vladimir cannot kill an exhaustive, then who can anyone on the enemy team kill? Like, University of Alberta cannot kill anyone on the side of Waterloo. They're just gonna stay alive in these fights, and I mean, like, look at he can see he's out of defending. Yeah, like, Eddie just autos him and does no damage. Does not have the Phantom Dancer, does not have a second item, which is sort of important for the Jinx. And Waterloo sort of just walking around the map. They have the Baron. They have Baron, unless it no, they still have the Baron for another little bit. However, they decide to, I guess instead of pushing waves, just sort of sit back and relax. A little bit of trading, a little bit of fighting over here in the top lane. And mid lane, the slow siege with the Baron cannonading onto that tower. I mean, what could the University of Alberta do? Aside for, as long as Waterloo does not mess up, University of Alberta should not have a chance back in this game.
And even if they do mess up, I really don't think they will lose a fight.
I mean, yeah, I mean, even if they lose a fight, the University of Alberta probably won't be able to get enough gold to match this 10k gold deficit. On top of 3 dragons for the side of Waterloo. Rizwan jumping right onto the exhausted again. We've seen this already. I mean, the kill's definitely not gonna go over. Rizwan knows that. Instead, just looks to pick up the wave and stop the siege from happening. Rizwan wants to fight. Alistar knocking away the mat from Matthew from that ward and stopping him from taking it.
Garvin and Legends are just going at it, just trading each other.
I mean, neither person. Oh, Wish Garden gets the cannon with the smite though. Pretty worthwhile trade. Matthew, oh no, misses the Zenith Blade onto the Kaisa. However, the Sorcerer lands onto Karma. Is Karma gonna drop? No, Karma is gonna stay alive. Honka player has the Onslaught of Shadows. Meanwhile, on the backline, looks like Matthew got picked up by Kaisa. Kaisa was able to just drop Matthew in the fight. However, Rizwan stuns up the Karma. Is it enough? No, Torch
Karma has so much shield.
Hong Kong player cannot make it onto the Karma. It looks like it's gonna be an ace. 5 for 0 for the side of University of Waterloo, and that's gonna be game 1.
That is very unfortunate for the U of A.
Yeah, and I mean, with no mini wave here, they might not be able. Oh no, there's a mini wave bot lane. It looks like they're gonna try to end through bot lane instead. Alright, 20 seconds up on the timers. They might not be able to end. They might just have to opt for the double inhibitor here, as their attacker team is very low. And if they greed out a little bit too much, they will give over quite a bit of gold to the side of U of A. And yeah, the double hit picked up instead. And there they go, they're looking to reset here. And they're probably just gonna play a little bit safer until that 4th dragon. Once they pick up Mountain Soul, that entire team will be unkillable. The shielding with Karma on top of the shield from Mountain Soul. And still no Serpent's Fang pickup from anyone on the side of U of A to stop the shielding from happening. And it looks like University of Alberta will just have to concede this Bound Dragon. Unless they have something coming in. Maybe a Bush Cheese. Maybe that's really the only thing I can think of that in this game.
Even with a Bush Cheese, I doubt the Kaisa will walk into a bush alone to give back that 700 gold shutdown.
Yeah, I mean, I doubt it too, but I mean, you never know. You never know what can happen.
With the supers pushing in mid and bot, the U of Waterloo does have that pressure to go and do the next Baron Nashor that's coming out in 1 minute and 20 seconds.
Yeah, Zed jumping out to Worship Garvin. Worship Garvin's just gonna run it out with Phase Rush. I mean, this is gonna be I mean, it was a bloodbath. I mean, you did say there would be a lot of fighting, a lot of early skirmishes, and I mean, you weren't wrong. However, it probably didn't go the way you expected it. A little bit even on both sides. It's just so much of a stomp for the side of Waterloo. However, Matthew jumping right off the Kaisa. Kaisa have bring killer instinct and just able to kite back, kill Eddie, walking into melee range of apparently everybody dropping. Rizwan tries to get on an exclusive, but it's not enough. The entire enemy team is just unkillable. Will he give Kaisa the penta? No, instead the Hecarim will pick up the kill here, and
that will be game 1 for U of Waterloo with the supers pushing in. Definitely, they will secure both turrets and probably the Nexus too.
Well, this Hong Kong player has something to say about it. No, he instead decides to preserve the KDA. Does not want to go in for the 1v5 fight. Does not want to go give over another kill. And that's it. That is game 1. 1-0 for the side of Waterloo versus the University of Alberta. And just what a game it was.
It was a complete massacre, honestly.
Yeah,
but in the second game, if the U of A has a different strategy to use against U of Waterloo, they could possibly pull it back to bring us to a game 3.
Right, and I mean, you gotta hope so for the side of U of A. They're really looking for something to pull them out of the slide. Probably, honestly, of the tilt they're feeling right now. It's like they're probably not feeling too great. I mean, Eddie just did not get to play the game, and neither did Matthew really. So they're gonna have to rethink their strategy, untilt, and hopefully come out better next game. And with that, we'll be back once the second game's champ select starts.
KDA, should we show them how we do it every day? Cali that girl, Cali go girl, Cali Kali gon' stop, Kali gon' skirt, Kali got a job, Kali got a work. 뜨거워 언제나
I did tell them
너무
that
예뻐.
this was
넘쳐
gonna be
흘러물
like
드는
their
buffet.
hardest game.
죽여주잖아 like a buffet. 누가 감히 on the hotbed. 그문 열지 마, that's a rock day. I'm giving you more cause I'm greater than. 필요 없는 시험들 다 뿐이미. But all of my numbers are talking back. 부루마법 message monopoly. 눈종이 돈이나 real money 필요 없대. 너네들이 만든 돈들 go get it, go get it, go get it. 더 미션 눈을 못 떼 먼저 그래 너도 get it cause I got it different. All I'll ever know is life upon the throne. 시작하면 끝을 보는 거야. You want more? No, I got it so deep down. You look like you could use some more. No, I got it, never running low. Yeah, I got more than enough, set it up and away. You know I got it like bum bum, blow your mind. Never giving less, and it's how it'll stay. You know I got it like all day, all the time. When I go, it's for thought. Get it cool, but I'm cold. I don't fit in a mold. I'm a rebel. I don't do what you say. Making moves, I don't wait while I smile in your face. I got different DNA. What's higher than the top? That's me. Come take a look before falling on my feet. 조용히 몸을 숙여봐. So take a look, 나를 기억해요, queen. All I'll ever know is life upon the throne. 시작하면 끝을 보는 거야. You want more? No, I got it so deep down. You look like you could use some more. No, I got it, never running low. Yeah, I got more than enough, set it up and away. You know I got it like bum bum, blow your mind. Never giving less, and it's how it'll stay. You know I got it like all day, all the time. Way out, 感觉犹如海浪的味道，不断往前，oh you never way down. This is how I do it every day. Wow, wow. 这一路上的奇迹都记住了你的每一个瞬间，无比的耀眼。I know you want some more， 准备好就一起走。Giving it all more. No, I got it so deep down. You look like you could use some more. No, I got it, never running low. Yeah, I got more than enough, set it up and away. You know I got it like bum bum, blow your mind. Never giving less, and it's how it'll stay. You know I got it like all day, all the time. You know who it is, come and run again. You want a dose of this, right now it's KD8. I'm a goddess with a blaze, 소리처럼 내 이름 잊지 못하게 loud, 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 loud. I could take you to the top, 절대 멈추지 못해. 내가 끝내주는 bad gal, gal, gal. And when I start to talk that, oh you know how to react. I'm a picture perfect face with the wild in my veins. You can hear it in my growl, 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 growl. So keep your eyes on me now. 무엇을 보든 좋아할 거야. 다 할 수 없는 rebel. 나와 되길 원한 늘 확신해. We got it all in our hands now. So can you handle what we're all about? What's so tough? Let's get it, show you up. Can you feel the rush now? Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down. They could try, but we gonna wear the crown. You could go another round, 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 round. Wish you luck, but you're not bringing us down. We go hard, till we get it, we go hard. We so in it, we pop stars. Only winning, winning now. Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down. You ready for this? Let's go. See, 언제든지 내 모습 매직 단 한 번에 내가 잡아 절대 바퀴 죽지 않지 펴펴 네가 뭘 알아 견딜 수 없어 원해도 원하는 게 얼굴에 보여 I'm troubling you running it I'm so cold when I move that way you gon' be so blown.
Welcome back, everybody, for Game 2 of University of Waterloo versus the University of Alberta. I'm back here with Jackie, and we're jumping right into ban phase. Alright, so Tristana Thresh banned away from Waterloo, Seraphine Yone banned away for University of Alberta. Any changes from the side of University of Alberta's bans? I don't think it's gonna happen. I think Victor's coming in banned mode. Yep. Yeah, it looks like... Oh, Olaf banned away from Waterloo instead. Guess they're scared of still like an Olaf Karma, Olaf Lulu combo where Olaf's just able to run amok against the enemy team. So they're just gonna take it away instead and opt for taking either the Udyr or the Hecarim probably. Yeah, Karma banned away. Yeah, I mean with Karma there, you can't really. There's not much to kill. There's just she sort of just sits back, and then once she gets sort of 1-2 items, she's able to sit back and just shield herself. And I mean, you're not really killing that. And then Volibear picked up for Waterloo. Now Volibear has seen a lot of play recently, is after he got those jungle buffs, and so now he's able to be flex jungle and top lane. So it's a pretty decent early pick, and Waterloo decides to pick it up, and Alberta opting to go to Kaisa instead. Looks like they want to be the aggressors. Yeah, I think it would be a kind of a mistake for the U of A to pick up their support here. They might just look for a jungler here. They might look to pick up if Woshigarvin wants. Oh no, I guess they want to pick the Alistar. But if the enemy support plays Morgana, what can the University of Alberta do? They just picked they just took the enemy team's ball lane. And will Waterloo take the Jinx Leona, or will they end up picking something like an Ezreal Morgana that will probably can outrange the Kaisa of the Alistar? Oh, Senna. Senna's interesting because Senna might mean that Volibear could also go 80 or go bot lane and be a fasting buddy. I mean, probably not. They might look for Senna and either the normal Tahm Kench or even a Cho'Gath here, which I've seen come in. Cho'Gath a really good fasting partner to Senna. Decent sustain in lane. Could be. Now, I personally don't like Senna support. I think it's kind of a waste of a pick. I think if you want an AD champion, put him in put a tank with her, and I think she'll do much better than if you go 2 squishy bot laners. Because when you go 2 squishy bot laners, and you know that that Hong Kong player for the side of U of A loves playing assassins, he'll love to play into that. He'll just pick up Talon and he'll just run right into the black. That is true. Yeah. And what does that leave? That leaves honestly, it leaves a lot. It could leave top jungle, ADC, and support still up for the enemy team. The Volibear setup picks is really good. They're hiding their cards. You don't know where the Senna, I guess you kind of know where the Senna is going, but you don't know where the Volibear is going necessarily. And so the U of A is gonna have to struggle a bit with bans here. Look to ban away the Fiora again. For Rizzy1. Rizzy1's, I guess he's just scared of I'm not scared, but I guess he just is uncomfortable playing into the Fiora as a tank. So let's take it away. It could be. He could look, and then Rel taken away for U of A. Rel's an interesting takeaway. Senna, I think, personally, is at her best when she's being fasted. So the Rel, I guess they're looking to maybe take away the option of Senna ADC with a Rel support. And then Renekton banned away from Waterloo. I mean, another, I guess, just strong champion right now is able to jump onto the backline. I feel like Renekton would struggle a little bit in this game against the Senna Orianna, as he probably isn't able to get onto them. But I guess it just is such a strong laner that Waterloo doesn't want to deal with it, doesn't want to deal with that kind of matchup. And Diana picked up the University of Alberta. Yeah. Talking about back to front, there's a Camille Gallio. They're gonna look straight onto no, I think the Camille Gallio is actually a really good answer here. It's probably Gallio's support, I'd have to assume Oriana and Oriana 80, or sorry, not Oriana, Senna ADC. Unless they opt to fast the Senna and then go Gallio in the farming, which might also not be too bad. But I think these are pretty good picks here. They're gonna be able to shut down the enemy team, but Wukong picked up by Riziwan. I think yeah, this is gonna be a game and a half. This is gonna be a game of fighting, like just running into the enemy team. However, it is important to note that Waterloo needs more time to get going with the Senna. They're gonna need, especially the Senna Oriana definitely have later spikes than the Diana Kaisa do. However, I think if they're able to go the distance, they're gonna be able to take the game for sure. But we'll have to see.
Let me get in there. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. The U of A just cannot. I don't think they can afford to let the enemy teams go. Or the enemy, the University of Waterloo get ahead. I think if University of Waterloo gets ahead and starts to snowball faster and faster, I don't know what they can do. I think they'll just like with the Camille Gallio, there's so much aggression with those two champions. The ability for them to just walk around the map and dictate the speed of the game. Especially when Camille hits 6, she might even look to just straight up TP bot lane and look to get an early kill on the Kai'Sa or the Alistar. However, we do, I don't know. The Wukong is also a decent answer to the Camille, though. We'll have to see when this game picks up, but I definitely think it is going to be a game of aggression, a game of constant fighting all around the map. Just the roams are going to be super important this game, and it will really be on the Senna to just sit back and farm and just play it safe as long as she can until she hits those 2 items, until she gets to the point where she has enough stacks to sit all the way back and just poke the enemy team down from a range they can't deal with.
To the briny deep. Weak.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, he can look to maybe roll mid if a timing comes for it, but if the University of Alberta is able to just keep them under tower, keep them pushed in for as long as possible, the Galio will lose a lot of value in that early game. However, I think Waterloo is okay with that. I think they know that they might have to sack their bot lane a little bit this game, play a lot safer, and just play for that mid late game spike that they're gonna hit. And once Galio gets those 2 items, he gets the Proto Belt or the Shirelias and the Zanyas, he will be definitely something that the University will have to scare. Or will be scared of. Yeah, and I mean, I guess it'll have to be that. I mean, objectives I think are not going to be the play of this game. I think it's just going to be constant fighting, constant killing, constant team fights, and we'll just have to see when we hop into it. We'll be back with a little 3-minute break, and we'll be back once again into game.
The night beckons while you dream. A life never lives in peace. this. Come and run again. You want a dose of this? Right now it's KD8. I'm a goddess with a blaze. 소리처럼 나 이름 잊지 못하게. Loud, 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 loud. I could take you to the top. 절대 멈추지 못해. 내가 끝내주는 bad gal, gal, gal. And when I start to talk that, oh, you know how to react. I'm a picture perfect face with the wild in my veins. You can hear it in my growl, 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 growl. So keep your eyes on me now. 무엇을 보든 좋아할 거야. 다 할 수 없는 rebel. 나와 되길 원한 늘 확신해. We got it all in our hands now. So can you handle what we're all about? We're so tough. Let's get it, show you out. Can you feel the rush now? Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down. They could try, but we gonna wear the crown. You could go another round, 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 round. Wish you luck, but you're not bringing us down. We go hard till we get it, we go hard. We so in it, we pop stars. Only winning, winning now. Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down. You ready for this? Let's go. See, 언제든지 내 모습 magic 단한 번에.
Welcome back, everybody. I hope you enjoyed your little break. We're back in a game 2, U of A versus University of Waterloo. 1-0 for the side of the University of Waterloo. It looks like we're not going to let him see a little invade this time. Instead, 5-point from both sides. Look to just keep the enemy team out of their jungle. See
This
Galio
will be a
apologizing.
standard 5-point. There will be no invade.
Yeah, and we see the Senna opted into fasting this game. She's playing a little bit safe. Now I'm wondering, I've seen this new build where Senna goes like Frozen Gauntlet or Ice Fire Gauntlet, whatever it's called, Iceborne Gauntlet, the new whatever it's called, doesn't matter. But yeah, she goes the tank build like they used to. Instead of Mallet, you go Gauntlet. I mean, kind of interesting. I don't know if the Callum will opt into it this game, but instead the Kraken Slayer build, because I mean I think the 80 damage is. I mean, a lot comes out from the Senna once she gets to those.
It seems like she will opt into that build because of her runes that she took. Grasp.
Oh yeah, she has Grasp. She doesn't have Glacial Augment, so I guess she's gonna go for the that tank Senna build. I guess, yeah. I mean, it's interesting. I would like to see it in an actual high level of play because whenever I see it in my solo queue games, the Senna goes 0-10. So hopefully it's a little bit better this game.
I mean, if the Senna goes 0-10 in this game, it'll be good for the U of A too.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. It's not good for my LP though, that's for sure. And we're back into it, right into laning phase.
So there's
Both
another
sides.
cross jungle start from both teams, similar to the last game, where we can see Woshigarvin starting from the top side, kind of matching what Legends did in the last game, and Legends starting in the bot side.
Yeah, and I think it is better for Woshigarvin here. He knows that he has to play towards the bot side of the map and play towards the Kai'Sa, the Alistar, instead of the Wukong. The Wukong can get a log fine by himself. He may have to burn TP a little bit early to get back some of that HP he loses, but aside from that, he should be fine. Whereas Eddie and Matthew are gonna need to hit their items this game and shut down the Senna in order to make a big difference. It's just like that. I mean, we see the hacker looking to full clear, looking to go bot side probably. Might even skip over the scuttle just straight to go bot lane after the Gromp is cleared. Or maybe even skips Gromp, but I would highly doubt that. Yeah, I mean, bot lane constantly being pushed in, constant aggression from Callum and Zendan onto Eddie. However, they're playing real far up. They have a ward in the river. However, it probably isn't deep enough in the river that
We can see the pings coming in from Garvin to go from behind.
Yeah, he's probably gonna go through Tribush instead. A lot smarter here because they know that in the mid lane, Hong Kong player a little bit trading onto the Orianna, pushing her out a little bit.
But let's take a look at this bot lane right now.
And Legends diving Rizimon to the top lane. Is Rizimon gonna be able to live? Yeah, he's able to flash out. Is he gonna be able to take out Volibear? Volibear gets executed. Oh no, he doesn't die to Rizimon.
Oh no.
And meanwhile in the bot lane, Woshigarvin doesn't get the gank off. I don't think they know he's there though.
They're walking
They
back
thought he
into
was
the
on
lane.
the
They don't
front.
know he's there.
They don't know. And it's probably gonna be a flash onto Senna here from Matthew.
If they're gonna let
However, they're playing a little bit safer, and it looks like Wushigarvin is just gonna give up the
Nope,
gank potential.
He's coming back maybe.
Oh, no,
He's kind of just walking around
confused.
there.
Yeah. Rizwan TPing straight back into the top lane, trading out with Inexhausted, but he doesn't win this. You can't fight into a minion wave, not the Henshin TP. Oh no, Rizwan, you can't do that. If the hookshot comes back up, it will be enough. It doesn't even need to come back up. Precision Protocol is enough. Rizwan 0-2 now. And the wave is gonna be under Inexhaustive's tower. That's top lane lost entirely. They won't. Rizwan won't be able to do anything about that. Inexhaustive could just freeze under his tower. Instead, looks to push up the lane, maybe crash the wave and back. But yeah, it's this is not looking too great for Rizwan. In the bot lane too. I mean, all lanes on the side of U of A, or I guess not all lanes, but the mid and bot lane not doing too high. Middle doing, or sorry, top of the bot lane, mid lane doing all right, pretty even.
Needs to burn the flash out.
Yeah, Matthew. Good ignite, good ignite. Oh, but TP behind from Diana. Diana probably gonna go straight up the Senna. The Senna's not gonna be able to make it. Senna's gonna drop it. Callum's gone. Callum's not even gonna flash
as fast as he can.
Yeah, and Matthew picks up the kill though. Not really what they wanted for the side of U of A, but able to still take him out. I think the Waterloo should know something suspicious was happening when the Senna got ignited at full health. Looks like Callum tried to take out Matthew, tried to get the kill, but it wasn't enough, and Matthew was able to pick it up.
I think the plan here is just for the U of A just to shut down the Grandmaster ADC, honestly.
Yeah, they're gonna have to shut down. It's not even just a Grandmaster ADC. It's just it's a Senna. You know, if you don't shut down the Senna, she will scale. She doesn't even need gold, just souls. And I mean, speaking of shutting down the Senna, she's opted to shut down the Kai'Sa instead. Kai'Sa's gonna get taunted up, and Eddie has no mana. Eddie's dead.
Oh
Killed the soul, and the wave is under the tower. Oh, the cannon. It doesn't matter. It's not worth it. They didn't get the cannon though. So.
They're just overstaying and not realizing where the enemy Galio was.
Interesting Q by Zandan. And Exhausted trading up. Oh, he has the Hextech ultimatum. Volibear
and
is.
You can see Legends is coming in too.
Yeah. Oh, dodges the hookshot. Is Rizwan gonna live? Rizwan's gonna live. And Wushigarvin, is he gonna be able to take out an Exhausted? He gets stunned up by the Volibear, but is it enough? No. Oh. It is. Oh, the precision product, the Cho'Gath ultimate on a 5-second cooldown. Camille able to kill Wushigarvin as Rizwan was not able to follow up. He was too low. Oh, this is not going great for the side of U of A. Yeah, it looks like Rizwan's gonna try to hold the wave under his tower, but they're not gonna let that happen. Matthew top lane. Rizzy might look for to play a little bit aggressive here. And Eddie knows that he can't. He just has to give up all that farm. He has to back at his tier 2. He can't walk up.
Legends is just playing around this top side, playing around this fed Camille, trying to get himself fed too, and then go and affect other lanes. But with that, they're leaving bot side open. I really hope that Wushigarvin can just play around this bot side and shut down this Galio and Senna super hard. Possibly get his mid laner fed too. He just really needs to leave his top alone at this point.
Yeah, and I mean when you're playing Camille Galio, you are looking. The Camille needs to be ahead in order to do stuff because she needs to be able to jump into the backline, live long enough that the Galio ult can come down, and also probably kill somebody. Eddie getting jumped on by Zendad. Meanwhile, Volibear's in the bot lane. Stormbringer and the stun onto Eddie. Is Eddie gonna live? He has flash, but it's probably not enough as he's gonna walk it out, but Legends just chomps him down and Eddie goes down to the bear.
This is very unfortunate again for Eddie. He is not allowed to play for 2 games in a row.
Yeah. And I mean he's probably not having a good not in a good mental state as well. He's probably a little bit tilted. I would be if I were him, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not an ADC player, but God knows I hate playing that role because of this. Because this happens. When you play ADC, you get 4 mana to bot, and your jungle never ganks you.
We can see a big collapse coming in from the bot side river right here. Oh, but U of A chooses to back off from that.
Yeah, I mean, Inexhaustive is just trading so well with Rizwan. Being 3-0 is just... Rizwan can't really handle it. Rizwan may be able to live the dive if Inexhaustive goes for it with the ulti, but... I mean, Cyclone's down now. Inexhaustive just waits for the second Q, the Precision Protocol, to come up, and Rizwan's gonna die. Rizwan's gonna have to back off, give up more farm. Meanwhile, you see Hong Kong player walking towards topside is gonna look to maybe hold this wave. Probably not gonna be able to kill an exhaustive, kill a Camille. However, he's just gonna look to pick up the farm that Rizzy1 is gonna miss here. Tough,
This is
tough
very
position for you.
unfortunate for the U of A in this early
I'm
game.
surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised that oh well, I mean not much time to talk as Zenden jumps right onto Matthew. Matthew's gonna be
might
stunned up.
dead
Matthew's
here.
gone.
Matthew is definitely dead here.
Opposite not flashing away from the taunt, but instead just saving it, and with that, he's gone. And that'll be Dragon going over to the side of Waterloo. I'm surprised they didn't pick it up earlier, as the bot lane had prio the entire game, but I guess they just wanted another kill before they picked it up, just to be a little bit safer with that.
Both top and mid are down heavily right now for the U of A. Or top and
bot.
Top and bot.
Yeah.
My bad. But let's see what they
Looking
can do
like-
around this mid lane.
Legend, are they gonna look to dive? What, Legends doesn't. Stormbreaker has just come back up. They might be able to dive bot lane. However, Matthew's back, and Hong Kong player has the move, or is gonna be able to move if he needs to. So it's really looking like, even though the bot lane should have been the focus, it's looking like Hong Kong player is gonna have to be the one to carry this game, for the side of U of A at least.
Definitely. In a
He's
big
the only one
team
not
fight,
behind.
he'll be the one doing the most damage.
Yeah, especially on the on that Senna. Senna a really squishy champion, so he's able to be bursted down. And speaking of doing stuff, Hong Kong player jumps straight top lane. He's not able to get the ult off, and so Camille just able to hook shot out.
Volley
Oh,
pairs coming
the
in,
Legend-
flashes, stuns Hong Kong player,
Oh, the Senna ult coming out as well, and
and
it's gone.
oh no. What we just
That
talked
is-
about with Hong Kong player being possibly their only hope, he just gets
He's,
shut out
he's
like
shut
that.
down. Yeah. University of Alberta just behind in every single way. Behind in the jungle, behind top, mid, and bot. I mean, and Rizzy1 is gonna stay top here. They might not. They're gonna not look for the dive. Instead, Camille's just gonna look to reset. Picks up the Triforce. Triforce is such a good item now after the buffs. The mythic changed from attack speed to giving attack damage, ability haste, and move speed. All traits that the Camille probably wants here. All good stats.
Yeah. The U of A is down almost 5k gold at 11 minutes. It's very unfortunate.
Yeah, this is not it's not looking too hot for U of A. That's for sure. They might be able to bring it back with some good fights. However, it may be on the opponent's misplays, not their own good play. Oh, the ulti missing. Woshi Garvin, what are you doing? You can't just ult at the tower like that and just miss. Oh no.
It's a big chunk of damage. The
Yeah,
ghost
the
burn
shockwave.
and the ulti burn from the Hecarim.
Just for the shockwave from Oriana, and I mean, meanwhile, Legends is hovering around mid lane. U of A is looking to clear out vision here. Looking to play around, maybe when the second dragon comes up, maybe look to take it, contest it, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to. 40 CS up in the top lane on Inexhaustive versus Rizzy1.
He just can't do anything in that game. He's a champion that needs to go in to fight. But if he goes in, he just dies.
Yeah, this is not his game, that's for sure. Whereas Inexhaustive just making a name for himself, he's pulling up, he's doing what he needs to do. Legends was capping the top lane and punishing so hard. He plays so well around the Wukong too. Around the clone, knows where the invisible Wukong is going and just walks straight to it. And yeah, the tank item's coming in for Senna.
We can see that
She's
Garvin
almost-
right now is just trying to farm as hard as he can. He is 15 CS up on the Volley Bear, but this Volley Bear is just affecting the map much more than he is right now.
Volibear picks up Rift Herald and might drop it top. I don't know if they want to drop it top. I think they should just chill a little bit and force Rizzy1 to stay under that tier 1 tower, because if he's there...
Hong Kong player
Oh,
face
Hong
checks
Kong
the
player
bush,
gets-
doesn't know that Legends is in there. There's a big chunk of damage coming out. Aftershock
Oh, just
misses.
and Hong Kong player is going straight onto Turret Tickler. Turret Tickler is going to drop... Oh no, Hong Kong player doesn't dash far enough and they trade 1 for 1. That's not great as the Senna ulti was able to keep Turret Tickler alive just that much longer. Flash taunt and the Hextech ultimatum onto Woshi Garvin. Woshi Garvin's dead, and that's going to be mid tower going over to the side of Waterloo probably.
Your Waterloo is just able to rotate so well, get their bot lane as fast as possible to mid when they know a fight is gonna happen.
Yeah, and they're okay giving up a little bit of farm to the Kaisa because, I mean, she's still so far behind that a little bit of farm won't make much of a difference. However, Exhausted jumps right onto Rizzy1. It's gonna push him right out of lane, half HP with a single ability. That's balanced, I think. I don't know about you, but 5-0 Camille's just gonna do too much work. 50 CS down now in the top lane. Hey, I mean, if you look at it on the positive side, I mean, U of A's up 100 CS, ADC versus ADC, so, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, they have that going for them. It's probably only about 10 CS because of Galio. Galio really doesn't need CS, so, you know.
The Galio is
There's
often
that.
built into support here rather than just stacking AP or armor.
Yeah,
Just to
I'm
get that
surprised they didn't go for
supportive
the,
shield.
I'm surprised they didn't go the Shirelias, which gives him a lot of ability haste, keeps him, his ult comes up, way faster, but instead he goes for the Locket. I guess it's probably is more important that, his Orianna lives, because his Orianna really is the only squishy target on their side.
Yeah, definitely.
As
The
Senna has
Galio's-
Oh. Well, Matthew jumped on by
Out
inexhausted,
there,
it
gets
gets
taunted.
caught up and dies. Matthew, like, the U of A just, obviously the U of A ball lane's not having a good game, but the U of A every lane is just not, they're not having, the dragon reset, that's okay, they're still gonna pick it up. But yeah, every side on the U of A is not, it's not looking good, and
Unable
Flash
to
Hextech
dash
ultimatum
over.
and the hero's entrance both onto Diana. Diana's gone. Wishy Garvin tried to keep Hong Kong player alive, but just was not able to. I'm not gonna lie, this is looking like a 15 angle if you ask me. 8k gold down at 15 minutes, 11-2. University of Alberta also down 2 dragons. There's nothing they can do at this point. Legends flashing onto... Oh, the shockwave left onto Eddie. Eddie dies! He flashes into the ball for some reason instead of flashing away. Meanwhile, Rizzy1 getting jumped on by an Exhaustive and Callum. Are they gonna dive? No, they're not. They're gonna live, but they trade both ultimates on the side of or I guess just Rizzy1's ultimate for U of A for Legends Flash. Legends went a little bit too aggressive there, but I mean,
There's just so much going on for like positive for the U of Waterloo across the map that I really don't think U of A is able to come back from this game.
no, I want to say there's an angle where they get a good team fight, but their team fighting is just worse than any team. They need a team fight where they fight back to front, but with a tank Senna, even fighting back to front is a struggle. And she's just gonna dish out so much damage while being so tanky. So I mean,
We
we
can
see
see
Hong Kong
this
player on the split.
Hong Kong player, the
but-
TP coming in front of
Yeah.
Galio.
He's gone. He's dead. There is nothing he can do here. He might be able to move. No, he can't even move.
The U of A is just
Hong
getting
Kong player.
desperate at this point. They really need the towers. They really need the extra gold.
They need something, and they're getting a whole lot of nothing. I'll tell you that. Oh, Rizzy1 getting jumped on by an Exhaustive again. Is he gonna die? Is Inexhaustive just gonna be able to ulti here? And yeah, he is. Precision Protocol again doing half of the HP for Rizzy1. Rizzy1's dead, 100-0.
His 3 deaths were all from solo kills.
No, he got dubbed. He got dubbed the first time.
Oh, the first time. The second and
Yeah,
third
he
time.
got- Yeah.
It's very
It's not looking great for Rizzy1, I'm not gonna lie. And all Waterloo has to do is just play safe, wait till Dragon and Baron's up, just take their objectives. Because University of Alberta cannot fight. Rizzy1 just picked up his mythic at 18 minutes. It's not going too great. I'll tell you that. I mean, I want to ask, what do you think U of A can do? But they can do anything.
I don't think they can do anything, but U of Waterloo can give U of A chance by making a really big mistake. The
Yeah.
Camille with the 700 gold shut down, the rest of the team with 150 gold except for the Galio. Other than that, I really don't
Oh,
think
Matthew's
they can do
dead
anything.
again. Matthew's
caught
getting
out.
jumped on. He's jumping right onto the Senna. Is Senna gonna drop? No! Woshi Garmin decides instead of going for the Senna, he's gonna go hit the front line. He's gonna go hit the Bully Bear. The U of A is just so uncoordinated in this fight. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Camille just solo killed a Rizzy1 again. And the U of A just... Did they kill anybody? Oh, Turret Tickler might die. No, he doesn't. That's 5-0 for the side of for the side of Waterloo. Holy mother of God! If there was ever a chance for the U of A to win, it would have been that fight, and even then they didn't have it.
Their jungle before that fight was just so dark. Matthew was trying to ward around it, but they were already in their jungle.
Yeah.
That's possibly 2 inhibs gone for the U of A. The respawn
yeah,
timers will be up.
They will be
Waterloo
up. They might have through the tower.
should be able to call back for a reset here.
Yeah, they might look to go Rift Herald. I'm pretty sure they won't though. Rift Herald's gone in 30 seconds, and so they might look to just reset here. I mean, it should be what they should. They should just look to reset, get their item spikes, and then or they're just their buys, and then go straight to the dragon. Try to get this third dragon. Try to get on Soul Point. Force the U of A to fight for this third dragon, because if they don't fight this third, then they have to fight the fourth. And oh, they called GG, and that's it. They FF'd it. 19 minutes. U of A give up, and that's it. That is the series, 2-0. University of Waterloo will be moving on to the quarterfinals.
Or no, the finals.
Or the finals. They will be moving on to the finals for and the U of A will be knocked over down to the losers bracket. It's not over for them. Their journey's not over, but it's been stunted quite a bit.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. These 2 games were just a complete massacre for the part of the U of A, and they just have a lot of VOD review to do.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. The rotations coming out from U of Waterloo was just way too good. Like on the level of maybe an academy team, I even feel like.
Yeah, it really is a sense of like the U of A didn't play necessarily bad, but the enemy team was just that much better.
Yeah.
It's like when you get to this high of a level, it really isn't about which team is worse, but which team is better. The better team's able to make those better rotations, walk around the map, get the early picks, win their lanes, and just win the game that way, instead of having to bank on some lucky enemy misplay.
Yeah, well, it's very unfortunate for the U of A. They will be heading down to the losers bracket. I think it will be next week. Hopefully we'll be live again next week for you guys as well. And that'll be it for today for Adam and I.
Yeah, and with that, I'd like to say bye, everyone. Thanks for enjoying the stream, and we'll be back hopefully next week for the University of Alberta's losers bracket run back to maybe hopefully the finals.
We'll see you guys later.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Wanna dose of this right now it's KDA. I'm a goddess with a blaze. 소리처럼 나 이름 잊지 못하게 loud 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 loud. I could take it to the top. 절대 멈추지 못해. 내가 끝내주는 bad gal gal gal. And when I start to talk that oh you know how to react. I'm a picture perfect face with the wild in my veins. You can hear it in my growl 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 growl. So keep your eyes on me now. 무엇을 보든 좋아할 거야. 다 할 수 없는 level. 나와 되길 원한 널 확신해. We got it all in our hands now. So can you handle what we're all about? We're so tough. Let's get it, show you out. Can you feel the rush now? Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down. They could try, but we gonna wear the crown. You could go another round, 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 round. Wish you luck, but you're not bringing us down. Go hard, till we get it, we go hard. We so in it, we pop stars. Only winning, winning now. Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down. You ready for this? Let's go. See, 언제든지 내 모습 매직 단 한 번에 내가 잡아 절대 기죽지 않지. 펴펴 네가 뭘 알아?